What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? What's up, fight fans? It's the homie. Made man. We back at it again. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing. What's up, man? We are on another edition of the late night live stream. This is what I do, spontaneous things, you know what I'm saying? Up off the late night. Here we are on the East Coast in the DMV area, and it's officially 11:44 p.m. I got the homie Jamie riding with me. What's up with you? What's going on? What's going on, man? It is the late night live stream, another edition. I'm feeling these late night joints, man. I don't be thinking y'all gonna be up, but y'all up, man. It's a good look, man. It's really a good look. I'm loving this. I just want to give a special shout out though to all of my third shift workers, all of my Uber drivers, my Lyft drivers that's out there getting that money, all of my entrepreneurs out there that's out there crunching the numbers, that's up off the late night crunching the numbers for how much you made today, for doing your taxes, for how much you made today. I want to give a special shout out to all of my dudes out there that's just mad at they lady right now because she been nagging you all day. You know what I'm saying? So you down in the basement with a cold one right now, listening to the homie. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all of my ladies out there that's mad at they dude because he done took the gas money and went to the damn casino. So you just like, you know what? Right now, I can't. I'm gonna go ahead and find a corner and rock out with the homie, man. Shout out to all of y'all, man. Real talk. I appreciate y'all. Those who on the third shift, getting the store ready for the morning. Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to each and every one of y'all that's up tonight cooling or either on your grind. And I appreciate you rocking with me, man. Real talk, man. Hopefully I'm crystal clear out there. Let me just be 100 before we get started. Oh, we sounding good. We sounding good, man. What up, Wendell Vaughn? What's up with you? Capadonna 24. What's goody? Still proving. What's up with you, man? What up, though? Love from the Berg, man. All day, man. Much love to you, man. Much love to you, Joe. You know, before we get started, y'all see the title at hand. We about to dig into these issues. Before we get started, I'm gonna just give y'all a heads up. I am thinking about going to a set time. You know what I mean? It's almost time to start killing these spontaneous ones, and it's time to lock in some times and days. I'm thinking about going to a set time and a set day. I'm thinking about Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about Wednesday and Sundays. Those are the days that I'm thinking about doing. I feel like in Wednesdays, we can cover the boxing news, all the boxing happenings that's going on midweek. And then on Sundays, we can do good recaps of the entire weekend. That along with the post fights and streams and the things like that. Yo, that's what I'm thinking about doing, man. So keep an eye on that for that. We're going to be locking our time frames in the next coming days. And so just look out for me, man. Real talk. Just look out for me, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Champ Ross, what's up with you? Man, what's good? Keep up the solid opinions. I appreciate you, Joe. I appreciate you, man. Real talk, man. Shout out to the whole DMV. Shout out to the whole my DC fam. Shout out to all the made men and the made women out there. I appreciate y'all, man. Let's dig into this issue. Sean Porter versus Gennady Ugas. They talking about March 9th is going down for the WBC 147-pound championship. Now, you know what, man? People have been asking me. They've been like, man, why is this fight gone so underreported? Why is it we waiting till the last minute to talk about such a good fight? Gennady Ugas, man, has been, ever since all his strings of losses since back in the day, man, what, he on the 8-9 fight winning streak? He been doing this thing, you know what I'm saying? As for Showtime Sean Porter, the styles, the clash of styles, this looks to be a real interesting ass fight. Why ain't nobody digging into this? And I had to ask myself this. I was over there rocking with the homie Monty Brown TV. Shout out to Monty Brown TV. And he was like, man, why ain't nobody talking about this fight? This is a good ass fight. And you know what? I had to think about it. I was like, yo, when I look at my video archives, I barely has been talking about this fight. What the hell, bro? What am I tripping off? Man, this is an exciting type fight. And then as I started to do a video about this fight, it started to come back to me. You know what I'm saying? It started to rain down on me. Legendary boxing in the house. What's up with you? It started to come down on me. Yeah, Laura versus Castano is going to be a good fight, homie. And it started to dawn on me the reason why I haven't been talking much about this fight. And it mainly has to do with Showtime Sean Porter. I forgot how much of how I've been a little turned off the Showtime Sean Porter lately. You know what I'm saying? And the sad part is that's not make no mistake about it. Sean Porter has not, if not the best resume, one of the best resumes at welterweight. The dude didn't put that work in. You know what I mean? Win, lose, or draw. Showtime Sean Porter has put that work in. Jason in the building. What's up with you? Yes, sir, legendary boxer. All day. Cheers to you too, my friend. You know, he's put that work in. He's been in there with the likes of a Devin Alexander. Took the title up off him, right? Lost to Kell Brook, but he fought Kell Brook. Got in there with Keith Thurman. Lost, but he fought Keith Thurman. Got in there with the likes of Adrian Granados. Got in there with the likes of a Danny Garcia. When you look resume-wise, Sean Porter is the epitome of a fighter. He's fought everybody, right? Except one person. See, the thing is, what Sean Porter needs to understand, Breon Thomas in the building, what's up with you? What Sean Porter need to understand is that win, lose, or draw, don't matter. This is what I hope a lot of other fighters notice. Don't matter if you win, lose, or draw. If you fighting good fights and fighting your heart out, because those losses that Porter had were real close losses. The losses to Danny Garcia was close. The loss to Keith Thurman was close. They were close losses. So no one never faulted Sean Porter for losing those fights, and we all applauded his heart. Win, lose, or draw. But then when Errol Spence Jr. emerged, oh my goodness, should I go there tonight? It's the late night live stream. Should I go there? When Errol Spence Jr. emerged, things changed. See, that's the thing. When people say that Errol Spence Jr., he ain't fought nobody. The thing the more he calls out these fighters and they turn a deaf ear to him, the more it hurts their momentum. We've seen it happen with Keith one-time Thurman. We've seen this now happening with Showtime Sean Porter. We was riding with Porter until Errol Spence stepped up in that ring and said, the same way you called out Danny Garcia, the same way you called out Keith Thurman, well, I'm calling you out. What's goody? Well, you know, I want to fight you, Spence, but you know, you did. And that's when things started to change for Showtime Sean Porter. And then Errol Spence Jr. walks up in the press conference and runs the shit. Not just like, yo, he runs it like, though, this is mine. I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm taking over. This is me right here. Me and my homies got this for you. Go ahead, go home. You got your little win. Take your title. Get up out of here. We roughing this off. That changed things for Showtime Sean Porter right there. It made me a serious believer in Showtime Sean Porter. I think he's a very skillful fighter. Top-notch boxer. No doubt about it. But that made me look at Porter like, son, what's going on here? Like, what's up, man? You got Spence up in the building. And then when I heard Showtime Sean Porter, well, you know, yeah, I'll fight Errol Spence, you know. Errol Spence, you're next. But then after a few days later, oh, well, the WBC, they want me to fight these mandatories. And, you know, I got to go fight this mandatory. I got to go fight that mandatory. Playing on the casual mind like we stupid. Bro, we all know unifications trumps mandatories. Errol Spence Jr. is a champion, cuz. And, oh, well, I even heard him in a recent interview say, well, I might have two mandatories. I'm like, what the fuck? Two mandatories? What? How the hell you got two mandatories all of a sudden? You know what I mean? Then I'm listening to him in recent interviews, and he's like, well, you know, I would love to rematch Keith Thurman. I would love to fight Manny Pacquiao. And of course, I like to fight Errol Spence. And it's like, huh? And this is when things changed for Showtime Sean Porter. This is when things started to go in the opposite direction against Sean Porter. People who have been riding with Porter, people who have been down with Porter, got turned off. Because the bully, at least on the PBC side, because when it comes to T-Bud, that's a whole different conversation. But the bully of PBC, yeah, when the other man said he had two mandatories, I was like, huh? But when the bully of PBC stepped to you, to your face, you buckled, cuz. You buckled, and it made us go, dog, don't play us like we stupid. We know that you can go and take a unification fight over 1, 2, 3, 4, however many mandatories you might got. Oh, shit in the building. What's up with you? You know what I'm saying? And this is what made me say, okay, now I see why I've been so hesitant to approach this fight. Because of what Sean Porter did. Not with Yordanis Ugas. Yordanis Ugas is trying to get in where he fits in. Yordanis Ugas actually wanted to fight Errol Spence Jr. But Errol Spence Jr. at the time, right after the Ocampo fight, said, nah, well, you know, I'd rather go and face, Jesse Vargas at the time. Jesse Vargas was preparing for his fight with Adrian Bronner. And so at the time, he was like, well, I would prefer to face Jesse Vargas. And Yordenis Ugas, yeah, he cool, but he don't do nothing for my legacy. His name ain't big enough. So I guess Yordenis packed his bags and went to the WBC. At first, I was faulting him for it. Like, dude, you removed yourself from the IBF. Are you another Spence Duck? But then, you think about it. Yeah, I guess if somebody telling you, well, look, I wouldn't mind fighting you. You know, you all right. You know what I mean? But, you know, I'd rather fight him, though. I'd rather get the name up off him. You cool. Don't get me wrong. You all right. But I'd rather fight him. So Yordenis Ugas decides, say, I'm gone over to the WBC. You know what I mean? Real talk. What y'all talking about? Did you know Castano beat Spence in the amateurs and he beat Deryevchenko in the WBS? Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, that's interesting fact right there, legendary boxing. Her reporter father paid under the table to fight the mandatories. I hope that ain't true, Jamie. I hope that ain't true. I hope that ain't true. True. I just hope that ain't true because it makes no sense when everybody brings up Earl Spence Jr. to Sean Porter. He's all over the place. Well, you know, I got mandatories. You know, I got one, I got two. You know, yeah, I wanted to fight him, but see, what had happened was, you know, I was going to fight him, but see, the thing is, my daddy told me, and the people that handle my career, they all just like, you know, nah, don't do that because I really wanted to fight him though. See, if they wouldn't have said that, I would have fought him though. You'd be like, son, shut the what? Don't even make any sense to me, bro. Remember when Porter said this is going to be the easiest fight to make in boxing? I remember that. And technically, he's right. That's the sad part about it, 92. He's right. It's the easiest fight to make in boxing. You got a fighter that wants to fight you, a champion that wants to fight you. And you know what I'm saying? You're on the same side of the street. You're fighting for the same manager / advisor or whatever the hell he is. You fighting for the same everything. It ain't a problem, cuz. It ain't a problem. And that's what I'm saying, man. And this is one of the reasons why it's hard to fault Earl Spence Jr. for fighting a Mikey Garcia, because it's like, well, what else are you going to do? You know what I mean? You got Showtime Sean Porter out here giving us every excuse under the sun. And dog, I'm thinking we ain't stupid. We know what's going on here. And that's just the facts of the matter. That's just the facts of the matter. As for Yordenis Ugas, man, I like this dude. I like this dude, man. I think this dude is a good fighter. I was just actually taking in the fight that he did with Tomas Delorme. The reason I wanted to rewatch that fight is because Tomas Delorme came extremely aggressive at Yordenis Ugas, and Yordenis Ugas handled that thing like a straight up G. Handled it like a G. Put him on the outside of that jab. Calm, cool, collect, poise. Catching him coming in. Boom. Every time. Socked him with an uppercut. Man, that put him on his knees. That thing was beautiful. I like Ugas, man. See, I'm not the kind of cat just because you got 2-3 losses. You got 3 losses. I'm supposed to say you a bum. If you talk like that, then I must tell you, you don't know shit about boxing. You don't never take just because a fighter has losses, oh, he's a bum. Let me tell you, Yordenis Ugas is fundamentally sound. Fundamentally sound. I've even heard a substantial number of fans out there say that, yo, they got Ugas winning. How many of y'all got Ugas winning? Riddle me that. Shout out to the homie Black Horseman Promotions. I know he do. How many of y'all have actually Yordenis Ugas winning this fight against Showtime Sean Porter? I wouldn't be surprised. And Yordenis Ugas has a skill set that's going to be real interesting when it clashes with Porter's come forward style. Because the way he handled an aggressive fighter such as Tomas Delorme, the way he handled a Ray Robinson, put him on the outside of the jab, his footwork is solid. His power has gotten much better over fights. The way he likes to extend his punches, his punch placement, his poise. It's all good. It's all good. I don't got bad stuff stylistically to say about Yordenis Ugas. He can fight his ass off. He can fight his ass off. Real talk. Jamie says Porter lost his credit when he said publicly that Spence is the boogeyman in the division. How you going to say that? How you going to say that, bro? You consider yourself the WBC champion. How you going to say that, man? You did. See, it seems to me he feels as though people are not going to fault him if he goes to rematch Keith one-time Thurman. You know what I mean? That's what it is. He feel like people don't oh, well, that's Keith Thurman. He's the champion. He beat me one time. He's the WBA super champion. It's a big unification. So, of course, people would be cool with that fight. Hell nah. And it ain't because of y'all fight was so close and this. The reason is you got a champion in Earl Spence Jr. and all of y'all are ducking the smoke. See, y'all thought y'all were part of the we gonna freeze them out club. Oh yeah, you, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, all y'all was like, oh, we just freezing out Earl Spence. Now Earl Spence gets a pay-per-view fight before all of y'all. So did y'all plan backfire? I wonder. And see, this is what I'm saying, man. And this is what hurt a lot of the momentum of that fight. But once again, as for Yordenis Ugas, Yordenis Ugas is a damn good, fundamentally sound fighter. He has a lot of momentum on his back. Unfortunately, his fight is not getting promoted to the rooftops due to the bull crap that Sean Porter had pulled. Real talk. And the sad part is, prior to Earl Spence Jr., Sean Porter ain't never did nothing wrong other than walk around with the brother sunflower bush. Yo, what's up with his bush, though, son? What's up with his bush, though, son? That thing be dry. Like, son, what the hell, dog? Like, you need to do something with the bush. Don't be shaped up or nothing. I'm wrong for that. But other than rocking the brother sunflower bush, Sean Porter has never done nothing in his career, win, lose, or draw, that any of us had a problem with. We rooted for this cat. We rooted. See, he think people turning on him. Boxing fans are hurt by what he did. You know what I'm saying? They are hurt by, we are not only hurt by what he did, but we are also hurt by the brother sunflower bush. Cut that shit, cuzzo. I'm done. All right, I can't leave his bush alone. All right, I'm done. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, this is the thing that hurt the momentum of Showtime Sean Porter. And I really believe that it's hurting the momentum of this fight. Yordenis Ugas, unfortunately, is suffering those consequences. Now, he fuck around and get in there and he get beat. If he get in there and get beat, because this is an opportunity of a lifetime for Yordenis Ugas. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. This can be it for Yordenis right here. This can do something that turns the boxing world upside down. You know what I mean? So it's just, we'll see, man. My vote, if I had to do an early prediction, I'm rocking with Showtime Sean Porter. Though Yordenis Ugas is a very good, fundamentally sound fighter, truth be told, this can be 50-50. I'm cool with that call. Anybody it's a hard call, but I think that Showtime Sean Porter can edge it out. I don't know if Yordenis Ugas ever dealt with effective aggression such as Sean Porter's, though he dealt with the Tomas Delormes of the world. I thought Tomas Delorme was a bit small, you know what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day, I just think Sean Porter's effective aggression and you know, it's gonna be key. But people are like, yo, Yordenis is too good for that. He tightens up when you get up on the inside of him. He keeps you on the outside of his jab. He pivots a lot. He has a devastating uppercut. He fights well on the inside. So if you do have Yordenis Ugas winning this fight, I ain't mad at you. I think it's gonna be a hell of a fight. Unfortunately, it's just got watered down because of the crap that Showtime Sean Porter has pulled and his brother Sunflower Bush. All right, we're done. We're moving on. Yeah, man, we're moving on. So, next topic of discussion, but it's going to be a good fight. March 9th, y'all. Check for that. We will also do a post-fight stream for that particular fight. So, looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to it. But let's move to the next topic of conversation. Okay, here we go. No way 50-50. Porter beat Danny and barely lost to one time. No way 50-50. So you're saying Porter 70-30, 60-40. I got Porter, but he better call out Spence. If he don't, till then, he is running. You know, clear. You know, we all know that Spence is fighting Mikey Garcia a week later. So I'm sure Sean Porter will be there. I want to understand if Sean Porter goes to the Earl Spence and Mikey Garcia. He should go to the Earl Spence Mikey Garcia fight, right? If he wins. I want to know on pay-per-view, are you going to run up in the ring and tell Earl Spence, like the same way you ran up on me, now I'm running up on you? Is he going to run up on Earl Spence Jr. in his press conference? Or y'all going to give me the PC stuff? Y'all going to give me the PC stuff? Oh, well, that's not Sean Porter. That's not how he is, man. Lawrence Williams in the building. What's up with you? What's up with you? Oh, no, that ain't Sean Porter. He's humble. He's this. That's not him. I don't want to hear that, cuz Earl Spence Jr. walked up in your press conference and said, this is my press conference. He did a Shannon the Cannon on you. I eat what you eat, champ. Took your bowl. I eat what you eat, champ. I eat what you eat. took your bowl. So I wonder, if you beat your Danish Ugas, are you going to go to the Mikey Garcia versus Earl Spence Jr. fight and sit ringside? And if Earl Spence Jr. wins, are you going to run up in the ring like you did against Danny, like you did against Keith? Are you going to run up in the ring? That's going to be interesting to see. Or are you going to be nowhere to be found? You know, I was at home. You know, I just got rid of a long training camp, and you know, I have another mandatory to get worried about, and you know, it's going to be mandatory after mandatory. So I had to go home and lick my wounds and chill on out and spend some time with the family. So I couldn't make the fight. I don't want to hear that, cuzzo. We don't want to hear that. You know what I mean? Porter's going to call out Pac-Man to calm the friction. They all here, you know what I mean? And this is one of the scary things about Manny Pacquiao coming over to PBC. And this is why a lot of honestly boxing fans at the time, before the PBC move happened, they wanted Manny to retire. I don't want Manny to retire, but a lot of people did, because they knew that Manny will become the attraction that everybody wanted to fight. So instead of these dudes fighting each other, instead of them getting on with one another, they're like, oh, we want to fight Manny Pacquiao. He the big money fight. So it's like, that's one of the dangers of having Manny Pacquiao, but it ain't his fault. You know what I mean? But that's what a lot of people felt. And that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. All right, look, let's move to the next topic of conversation, though. Gennady Golovkin's potential. They say Gennady Golovkin about to get that bag, though. You hear me? They say Gennady about to get it, sir. They say Gennady is thinking about signing with DAZN for a multi-million-dollar fight deal. They're talking about giving him equity in the company with DAZN. They're talking about giving him a side promotional deal for Triple G Promotions, even though the man has got no fighters. What the fuck? How you get a promotional deal and you ain't got a fighter? I ain't never heard about nothing like that in my life. You know what I mean? I never heard about that. They're saying that, they're going to give him a promotional deal. He ain't got a fighter, but they're looking, I guess he's looking at life after boxing, equity into a company. A first fight going to be worth $10 million. You know what I mean? Promising a Canelo Alvarez fight. It's all upside for Gennady Golovkin. Now, they also saying that PBC is in the rankings too, is in the runnings for Gennady Golovkin also. They would like him to sign possibly a 2-fight deal, promising him a fight with Jamal Charlo, putting it on pay-per-view. You know, seems like some upside there. I'm sure they'll pay him good money. And most importantly, he'll get good exposure due to the deal of PBC and Fox. So that's all good too. So it's like Gennady Golovkin's in a situation where like, should I choose box A or should I choose box B? But now think about this. Yeah, they're talking about Canelo and Triple G3 in September. But the most important thing about this, how this can play out. And think about this, y'all. We up off the late night live stream. Shout out to everybody that's joining me. But think about this. Triple G is now number 2 in the WBO at middleweight, right? Now, we know Billy Joe Saunders is going up to 168 pounds to fight for the WBO up at 168 pounds. So that possibly elevates Gennady Golovkin up to the number 1 position, meaning that he'll be right up under Demetrius Andrade to fight possibly for that WBO title, right? So let's say they get it on. Let's say they get it on. Now, I don't know who wins. I don't even know who's going to win between Canelo and Daniel Jacobs, but we going to the land of make-believe real quick. And the thing is, let's say Gennady Golovkin does get through Demetrius Andrade, Daniel, and Canelo gets through Daniel Jacobs. These are all what ifs. We're talking about a third fight between these two for a possible undisputed middleweight championship. How fucking big is that? Slun, that is huge, cuz. That is huge for the boxing world. Now, it would take both of these fighters to put that work in to do it, because Canelo getting through Daniel Jacobs ain't going to be easy. Gennady Golovkin to get through a Demetrius Andrade would not be easy. And it ain't guaranteed, but that scenario exists. Do you know how huge that would be for boxing, cuz? Do you know how huge that would be for boxing? Triple G is number 1 in the WBO now. Billy Joe Saunders number 2 at 168 for the WBO. Thanks for the update, Lawrence Williams. Appreciate you. There you go right there. There it is. The stage is set. The stage is set. So if they can put on a Demetrius Andrade versus Triple G, and he's number 1 in the new WBA rankings at 160. Damn, they elevated them all across the board. Lord. But what offer looks better to you in them and knowing these things? is it the PBC side where you got Jamal Charlo, you got a pay-per-view fight, you got Fox, but that's all you got. You don't got no equity, you don't got no side promotional deal, you don't got none of that. And then on the DAZN side, where they like, yo, we're gonna kick you. You can make 30 million against Canelo if you get that fight. You can make 10 million in your first fight. You can possibly go for a world title in your first fight if we can hook this up properly. Listening to Demetrius Andrade, he's saying like he on board. You can get a title fight, possible another fight with Canelo, equity in the company, a side promotional deal for your promotional company, even though you ain't even got no fighters. They trying to give this man everything but the kitchen sink. Everything, son. Nobody wants to see Canelo Alvarez versus Triple G again. I hear that, bro. Wendell Vaughn says that's a huge fight. Champ Ross says Charlo is on the outside looking in. Damn, son. You know, people ask me, man, should Charlo consider going to DAZN? And I'm like, only Jamal Charlo knows what's best for his career, but that's where the smoke is at, man. That's where the smoke is at. I mean, Triple G can also fight maybe Sergey Deryevchenko if he signs up with PBC. How that sound? Sergey Deryevchenko or Demetrius Andrade? Sergey Deryevchenko or Demetrius Andrade? Sergey Deryevchenko or Daniel Jacobs? Sergey Deryevchenko or Canelo Alvarez? There's a storyline there. Let's not forget, he ducked Sergey Deryevchenko when he just gave up his IBF belt. So there's a storyline, and Sergey can say, you ducked me, son. What's up? You rather went and fought Vanes Monterosen. And see, that's the thing that scares me about Gennady Golovkin right there. See, the same way that Gennady Golovkin did not want to risk the Canelo fight, and he went off to fight Vanes Monterosen, who's to say he don't want to risk the Canelo fight and he ducks Demetrius Andrade? They don't want to make that fight because it's too risky. Huh? What if that happens? Now, that's going to be a blower. You hear me? That's going to blow, man, that's going to be a blower. For real. The ESPN make an offer to Triple G. I heard, well, after the, the brand fight or whatever, man, that's all they can offer him. They had nobody to offer him. Who they going to have him fight? ESPN don't have no middleweights. Nobody worth talking about. I mean, look at the lineup that DAZN got compared to what PBC and ESPN got. He considered them first. He considered ESPN first. But it didn't work out. He got nobody to fight over this, huh? I mean, it just makes sense. You know what I mean? I mean, they offering him a bag of money. They offering him equity in a company, dog. They didn't even offer this to Canelo. They ain't offer this to none of their fighters. How the hell this dude come out of nowhere? They offering you equity into a company. That means they really want you, son. You hear me? And they want this Triple G and Canelo third fight. And so this is what I'm saying. I mean, if you're Gennady Golovkin, what do you do? Hell, Crawford ain't got nobody to fight. Damn, son. Hell, Tyson Fury ain't got nobody to fight. You know what I mean? Shit. Crawford, man, they doing the best that they can with Crawford, bad news. They doing the best that they can, man. They scraping from the bottom of the pudding cup, but they doing the best that they can. And that's how it will be with Gennady Golovkin if he went to ESPN. And that's what I'm saying, man. Like, if you Gennady Golovkin, what do you do? How can you turn shit like that down, man? How can you turn something like that down? Equity and all that other jazz. How can you turn that down? I mean, to be honest, as a boxing fan, I do want to see, and y'all know my position on this for those who've been listening. Y'all know I want to see Gennady Golovkin fulfill his WBC ordered fight, and that's against Jamal Charlo. Now, in a perfect world, Gennady Golovkin goes over there, take that 2-fight deal, get the 2 fights out the way, then comes over to DAZN and then clean shop over there. But we ain't stupid, and it ain't gonna happen. That's way too much risk. Any of those middleweights in there with Jamal Charlo is just way too much risk. DAZN got all the 160s. Agreed. But that's in the perfect world. You know what I mean? I mean, people say, man, Jamal Charlo maybe need to consider DAZN. I mean, look, Daniel Jacobs did it. And look at Daniel Jacobs. Daniel Jacobs is the perfect example. But I can't fault Jamal Charlo if he don't want to make that move. The same way that I can't fault Wilder for not going to ESPN because Tyson Fury is over there. So I got to stay consistent on this. You know what I'm saying? I got to stay consistent on this, yo. I got to, because yeah, Jamal, it sound good, Jamal. They got all in, but Al Heyman, they love Al Heyman for whatever reason. I think Al Heyman must give them raises and Christmas gifts every year, or gives them turkeys. I don't know. He gives them freedom. I think that's what it is. Most importantly, he gives them freedom, and they value that. But look at Daniel Jacobs. Look at Daniel Jacobs. Daniel Jacobs was down with PBC. Him and Al, the peas in the pod, they tight. You know what I'm saying? They go way back. He like, Al, you my main man. I got nothing but love for you, but I'm gonna go fuck with Eddie for a minute. Get this bag. Get this bag and get this Canelo fight, man. I come back and holler at you maybe for a fight or two afterwards, but right now, Slim, I'm gonna get this money. What did he tell Jamal Charlo? Slim, I'm getting M's. That was the dumbest, lamest excuse in the world not to fight him. But what did he tell Jamal Charlo? I'm getting M's. Can't fault him. Can't fault him. Big Pimpin' says Spence is ducking Bud, man. You know, depending on who you ask. That's how it goes, man. But yo, man, you know, and I was talking about this in one of my last videos. The problem that ESPN and all of these different networks, you know, how a lot of fight fans out there just like, man, I'm glad to see the fighter do this, and I'm glad to see the fighter do that. Well, how glad are you as a fan, cuz? How glad are you as a fan that you won't be seeing fights? Listening to Steven Espinoza today, they got Wilder. Wilder's rocking. They backing. Listening to the WBC, they backing Wilder. Steven Espinoza's just like, yo, no deal. We cool with that. Money make them quick to change promoters. Daniel Jacobs was. He changed promoters and got him a lot of fresh new turtlenecks. My man Turtleneck Jacobs say, Slim, I need more turtlenecks. So guess what? I'm fucking with Eddie. And plus, Eddie got the latest design turtlenecks. Because Eddie be rocking the turtlenecks too. They are now the Turtleneck brothers. But we won't, you know. And this is something that Jamal Charlo just need to understand. You know what I mean? He just something that he needs to. This is something that he just needs to realize. Like, what should I do? Should I stay loyal to Heyman, or should I go right? Look at Triple G. He about to get a bag. Canelo just signed the biggest contract in sports. 11 fight deal, 365 mil. Cuz that's a fat bag. I know Jamal got to be sitting back like, Al, if I'm going to mess with you, man, you better get me good. You better get me right. Because they are over there eating. Jacobs just got the Canelo fight. I'm sitting over here trying to figure out who the hell am I going to fight. I got to sit back and wait on Jared Hurd to come up to 160 to get a big name right now. I don't get it, man. Man, I don't give an F about politics. I just want to see the best fight the best all day, Big Pimpin'. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you all day. All day. You think Charlo want to fight those guys? I think Charlo wants to fight those dudes, no doubt about it. And it's kind of messed up, you know, and I know money talk, bullshit walks. Triple G knew Charlo stepped out of the way to let him fight Canelo when the WBC was ordered it. He knew that he gave him his room to shine. And it was messed up that the WBC had ordered the fight between him and Triple G in the first place, given that Charlo should have been fighting the winner and Canelo Alvarez. Don't let me start talking about that. How Canelo is being protected by the WBC. Oh, yeah, they know the fight ain't going to happen, I guess. But at the end of the day, how do you order Jamal Charlo to fight the loser of Gennady Golovkin versus Canelo Alvarez? Hurd should be fighting at light heavyweight. Go ahead, man. Hey, he ain't never missed weight. He ain't never missed weight. And he runs shit because he's the real champ. He is the real champ. You know what I mean? So come on. If he making weight, it is what it is. Jaime Munguia need to stop ducking. That's what that's about. Jaime Munguia needs to stop ducking. If Jared Hurd is a light heavyweight, then so is Jaime Munguia. And he needs to stop ducking. You know what I mean? Says, if I don't see good fights, I'm streaming them shits all day. You know what I mean? I don't, you know, I feel you, bro. I understand. You want your money's worth. You want your money's worth. I gotta admit though, son, like at first I was having my doubts about Spence versus Mikey. Like, am I gonna order? I have no choice, I guess, because I want to cover it and I want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So, but they won me over, bro. I gotta give it to them. Hats off to them from doing that face-to-face joint, man. Did y'all see that? That was crazy, man. The real Earl Spence came to town. Earl Spence has woken up. He like, we getting close to the fight. You ain't backing out. You didn't get injured in training camp. You ain't get popped up dirty on no snack tests. You know what I mean? So guess what? It's time for me to bring that gorilla up out the bag. You hear me, though? Telling them straight like that. Now we see where Earl Spence Jr. really been feeling. And I'm loving it. This is what gets me engaged. All that being nice and being gentleman and wearing the suits and, being in front of Jerry Jones and got to be nice. That's cool. But now, Spence like, we getting close. Now I can be me. Telling Mikey all kinds of stuff. Mikey sitting back shocked like, what? Whatever happened to us being gentlemen? I thought we were going to be cool and respect one another. Nah, cousin. Spence is coming out the club. Now Spence is taking that suit up off him now, bruh. Real talk. Charlo's been real quiet since their last fights. Yeah, man. Jamal been wanting smoke. No doubt about it. Jamal been on social media. I'm in talk with his social media. Jamal been wanting smoke. It's Jamel. Jamel is the one that's MIA on the side of a milk carton. Like I told y'all, last time I heard about him, they say he was running down the street with a fur on, talking about some of the Martians are coming. I don't know what's up with Jamel Charlo. But, it's funny. We had a conversation about him on another channel, and they were saying that, mentally, Jamel, I hope people are keeping their eye on him, because the way how hard he took that loss to Tony Harrison, man, if he takes another loss, Jordy, you're going to have to keep a third eye on Jamel Charlo, bro. It ain't going to be pretty. It ain't going to be pretty. Like, he going to take it hard, man. And Jamel Charlo, when you can see mentally, he wants to prove so much. And for him to take that loss, dog, that damaged him. So in the rematch, if he loses, son, they better keep that. Hey, you better keep a third eye on Jamel. Don Mubrad in the building. What's up with you, man? What's up with you? And that's all I'm saying, man. But I'm just saying, though, if y'all are Triple G, what do you do? With options like that in front of you, what do you do? I mean, that's a hell of a decision to make. Shout out to, how the hell does this dude get these offers? For everybody who be like, Triple G resume is garbage and he ain't fought nobody and he ain't done this and he ain't done. And not to mention, just to give a heads up, I don't mean to jump off target, but for Demetrius Andrade, because shout out to my man Lawrence Williams, he said that they've elevated Gennady Golovkin to #1. So that still means David Lemieux is behind Gennady Golovkin, correct? So even if that fight doesn't happen, the David Lemieux versus Demetrius Andrade is very possible. That still would be a good fight. Triple G is getting that bag. But for everybody who say he ain't done this and he ain't done that, I guess, I don't know, man. Y'all want to make it a race thing. It's about that white privilege or whatever the case may be. Son, this man is getting a bag. And PBC is willing to offer him a bag. Son, the man must have did something right. So you really believe in the Charlos, not worried they hype jobs. I'm gonna say this. I got love for the Charlos. You gotta love hungry fighters. You know what I mean? You can say they assholes. You can say they some lunch boxes. You can say that Jamel Charlo don't know which way is up. I got more love for Jamal than I have for Jamel. I will admit. I ain't gonna sit here and pretend like I don't. Because, and I've told the subscribers of this channel many times as for the reason why that is. Because of how he abandoned Ronnie Shields, because of the stuff he said about Shields, because of the stuff he said about his brother, and because of the stuff that he said about DC. I beat every DC boxer. Fuck DC in all they boxes. Who the fuck, cuz? What? You didn't got banned from these streets for that, son. You don't know. But no, I got love for the Charlos. I love hungry fighters in general. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Jamal, I have major respect for the accomplishments that he did at 154. The fact that he wants all the smoke at 160 and nobody don't want. You got to respect duck fighters, bruh. If you can't respect duck fighters, that's something I don't know what you trip. You got to respect duck. The same way with Earl Spence Jr. You ain't got to like him, but you got to respect him. You got to respect him. You could be a Terrence Bud Crawford fan and respect the man. Terrence Bud Crawford himself respects Earl Spence. You ain't got to like him, but you got to damn sure respect him. Anytime he walking up in press conferences, be a super champion, supposedly the real champ of welterweight, and telling him to his face, brother, I will stop you in 6. You got to respect that, son. And they don't want no smoke. You got to respect it. You may not like him. You might say he's this. You might say he's that. You might say who he beat. You might say his resume is this. His resume is that. But at the end of the day, when the all eyes on him, it's called respect. So it ain't about me liking. It's about me definitely respecting. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel about the Charlos. And that's just being 100. That's just being 100. I'm calling out Wilder. Does that mean he should fight me? You tripping, Big Pimpin'. Big Pimpin' want that smoke with Wilder. That right hand ain't to be played with, cuzzo. But that's real talk, man. It brings money, but not respect. Spence respect fight is against Bud or Thurman. His respect fight is against Bud or Thurman. Well, he stepped to Thurman. He might didn't step to Bud with that same type energy, but he definitely he stepped to Thurman. They asked him, what did you say to Keith one time, Thurman, when y'all was at the fight? Oh, he said, I told him I stop him in 6. No hesitation. None whatsoever. No stuttering. No, I stop him in 6. Keith Thurman is a fake champ. What did he say? Keith Thurman gonna keep getting injured. Man, son, I respect that shit, son. Talk that shit. It ain't like you know Spence is about that. You know what I mean? Spence actually has names and has KO'd fighters that have not been KO'd like Bundu. But Bundu was what, 40 years old? I mean, look, I told y'all before. Earl Spence is one I respect, but I have to see it play out against the top elite fighters. I'm looking forward to this Mikey Garcia fight, man. They've gotten me interested. The face-to-face thing has gotten me real interested in this fight. I think this fight is, it's going to be good for the sport. I don't know how long it's going to last. I mean, I still don't see what Mikey can do. Y'all can try your best to convince me, but I just don't see what Mikey can do to keep Earl Spence off him, to keep him from stop coming. Mikey can win 7 rounds. That's all Mikey got to do is win 7 rounds. But even so much, I just don't know what stops him, what keeps him, even if he wins 7 rounds, rounds 8 through 12, what keeps Earl Spence at bay from not at least knocking him down once or twice? I don't know. Spence said to Crawford, you easy work and I'll knock you out. Yeah, he did tell him that. He did tell him that. But, with Crawford, it's like, okay, you could say that. We got to see that, bro, to believe it. You're talking to the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in boxing. We hear you, man. We hear you. But, we'll see. I'm hoping everything, though, between Canelo, Daniel Jacobs. I seen them doing their little face-off and everything with the ugliest suits I've ever seen. Both of them had on wax suits. I'm just saying, though, they multi-millionaires. They got the bag. What's up with them suits, though, son? But at the end of the day, things can play out in a major historic way. Meaning that Canelo, if he defeats Daniel Jacobs, or if Daniel Jacobs defeats Canelo Alvarez, and Gennady Golovkin do go on and do a fight with Demetrius Andrade for the WBO, then whoever out of these next set of fights meet up, they can be a total undisputed fight, and it can be some big names. These can be some big names. Mikey getting ran over like a dog versus a truck. God damn. And leave him in the street. Leave him there. Run him over and leave him there. You stay there, cuz. We don't care. We gone. We up out of here. Let us take your name. You will never be the same. And we up out of here. You know what I mean? That can be happening. Or can history be made? I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's going to be good, man. It's going to be real good, man. And really looking forward to these next set of fights. But as for Showtime, Sean Porter, bro, you need to win your respect back, my man. You really need to win your respect back. I still love him as a fighter. I'm sure he's excited and still watching. I'm expecting for him and Ugas to have major fireworks. You know what I'm saying? But dog, like after the fight and after the fireworks is over, people going that old feeling gonna set back in. Okay, let's hear what he say about Earl Spence. Let's hear. Let's see if he shows up to the fight. Let's see if he walks up in the ring and lets his presence be known that I'm here. I'm watching you. And after you get through this, we got next. Let's see if he comes with that sort of energy. I doubt it. I fucking doubt it. Spence boy told Erm set the fight up, and Erm stayed silent. Erm said he did a kumbaya poem or something, didn't he? He was just like, we're all fraternity brothers. What the fuck? We're all friends. Everything is beautiful. The birds are singing and the kids are bringing. Everything is wonderful in the land of Oz. That's how fucking Aaron was talking. You know what I mean? Real talk. Real ATLian says 16 days all day, 16 days all day, and it's going down. For those who don't know the price of the pay-per-view, they talking what, $75? God damn, they want to grip. They want to grip. PBC stepping it up. $75 though, man. Pay for the fight. Support the sport, man. Support the sport. Hashtag support the sport all day. Hope my taxes hit before. Hey, hey, my man say, hope my taxes hit before then. Man, come on, man. Support the sport. Start saving up now, man. You got 16 days. You got 16 days to get that $75. You know what I mean? Come on, we can make it. You can make it happen, man. That's if you kick back, what is that, like $5 a day? If you take your, you know, your lunch money or whatever, just kick that to this, like cut back, man. You know what I mean? Don't be going to the curry out all the time, man. Go get you, you know what I mean? Gotta hit Mickey D's a couple days out the week. Orlando Finney, my main man, is in the building. What's up with you? What's up with your fam? I figured you'd be up off that late night, man. You know what I mean? Just kick back for a week, a couple weeks. Look, man, y'all gotta order this fight, bro. Y'all gotta order this fight. I ain't here to promote it like that, but look, man, we gotta support the sport. We want boxing to stay at the forefront. We want boxing to stay at the forefront. What fight you talking about? You talking about the Porters versus Ugas? You talking about that one, Mo? Which one you talking about? If that's the one you're talking about, it should be one on Fox, right? Fox or Showtime. It's going to be one or the other. I'm at work getting that paper all day. All day. Get it, son. That's what it is. So I gave a shout out to all of my overnight workers, man. Everybody that's up, man. Everybody that's up grinding tonight. Everybody that's getting that money tonight. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. For real, man. That's what it is, man. For all of my store workers that's getting the store ready for the morning, to all of my security guards that's sitting at that desk, that's sitting in that trailer, and you got the earbuds in, you know what I mean? Shout out to you, all of my late night workers, all day. Oh, it's going to be on Fox? Okay, appreciate that. Bad News Brown Boxing says it's going to be on Fox. Fox is where the sport will be shown between Porter versus Ugas, March 9th, bro. March 9th. March 9th. Hell yeah, I feel you, brother. We got to support all day, especially our people. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You said it best, man. You said it best. I agree with you 100, man. I'm smoking a blunt. Listen to this shit, man. Roll up, cousin. Hey, son, I got next. Man, pass that shit. What is you talking about? You know what I mean? Yeah, man. But yeah, this is gonna be a good fight, man. And yeah, man. All the, you know, Porter versus Ugas should be a good fight. I just want Sean Porter to win back his respect, and all roads of respect leads through Errol Spence Jr. You know, he put himself in this situation. He got to get himself out. It doesn't matter if he rematched Danny, if he rematched Keith, whatever. All roads to respect now leads to Errol Spence Jr. And like I keep telling people, if Errol Spence continues to turn up the heat on these welterweights and they keep on avoiding him, it may not hurt them by them losing their belts, but it will hurt them by them losing momentum. It's like he's stomping out fires. Keith Thurman was on fire before he left. Man, Spence came along and stomped that fire out. Porter was on fire. You did. Now, stomp that fire out. He beat Mikey. Stomp that fire out. Who next? Danny. I don't even know what I don't know what's up with Danny, man. Every time I go to Danny's social media, he's just trying on different suits and shit. So I don't know what's up with Danny. But that fire has been stomped out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's up with what's up with Danny Garcia, man. Nobody don't even talk about this dude no more, man. Smoking that purple haze. I'm already stoned after 3 hits, man. God damn, son. Hashtag legalize, man. Hashtag legalize all day. It's that good. You hear me? That's what it is, man. But what's up with Danny Garcia, man? Has anybody heard him? Is he still alive? I mean, is he gonna fight again? Oh, he does got a fight coming up. He's fighting Granados, right? Oh, that's what it is. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody gonna be checking for it. Sad. It really is sad. But Gennady Golovkin, as we know, we're gonna get ready to wrap this up, man. Shout out to everybody, like I said, working at overnight tonight, man. You know, Gennady Golovkin has a major opportunity in front of him with these 2 roads that he can go down, whether it be DAZN, whether it be PBC. I just think that the DAZN one makes more sense given the Demetrius Andrade situation, given the possible chance of fighting for maybe undisputed, given the Canelo third fight, given equity, given the fact that he getting a promotional deal when he don't even have a fighter. You know, all of these things work for Gennady Golovkin's favor, man, in real talk. And PBC, that's going to be hard for them to match. ESPN definitely can't match it. And by most reports and by most accounts, it looks as like that's the route that he's going to go down. And unfortunately, it's going to make Jamal Charlo miss out on a. He'll have to remove himself from the WBC, I would think, if he go down that route, because the WBC ordered the fight between him and Charlo. So, Marlonius, what's up, man? Marlonius 76 in the building. Earl made the welterweight division a ghost town. Shh. You hear me though? People won't even go near the IBF. They like, what? Go to the IBF? Well, Earl Spencer's the champion of the IBF. Why would I go? No, I'm not going to the IBF. Nobody don't want to fight for the IBF. They don't want into the IBF rankings. They probably open up the check the boxing rankings one day. Danny Garcia probably checked it one day and was like just flipping through it, like, let me see where I'm ranked at. Oh, I'm in the IBF. Hey, yo, take me up out the IBF. Take me up out of there now, bro. I'm ranked 5th. I don't like that. Take me up out of there. I ain't never seen no shit like that, bro. Bud wants all of the smoke. All of the smoke. Checking for the Bud versus Amir Khan. Looking forward to that fight, too. We know that's on the horizon coming up in April. That's going to be something special to talk about. It's going to be interesting to see what Manny Pacquiao pivots after Earl Spence Jr. versus Mikey Garcia. That's going to be an interesting situation. There's talks of him going to Thurman. There's talks of him maybe getting the winner of this fight. Whatever Manny Pacquiao goes, dog, that's going to be interesting to see who he choose. Who y'all think he choosing? And he's already on the record saying he got conflicting quotes. I could pull you quotes that say he'll like to get the winner of that fight of Mikey Garcia and Spence. I could pull you quotes to say he'll be down to fight Thurman. We don't know where Manny gonna go. We don't know where Manny going. Number 2, The Matrix is number 1. All day. Consensually pound for pound number 1 by all boxing publications. I hope you're talking about T-Bud. T-Bud is definitely number 1. A lot of my Canelo fans, and shout out to all of my Canelo fans, they got mad at me on the last stream because I said Canelo was not number 1. But make no mistake about it. Make no mistake about one thing, and I hope my T-Bud fans don't get too upset. But at the end of the day, if Canelo Alvarez goes out here and he defeats Daniel Jacobs, and then he turns around and he beats Triple G, or if he becomes undisputed, I don't know, bro. Canelo might got a hell of a good argument for number 1 pound for pound. Bud is number 1. I mean, to me right now, that's today. Bud is definitely number 1. But if Canelo goes out here, beats Daniel Jacobs, picks up another world title, and then turns around and fights Triple G, defeats him again, especially if Triple G, let's just say somehow, some way, gets the WBO title off of Demetrius Andrade, and Canelo gets his hands on all of these titles by going through Jacobs and Golovkin, you will have to have no choice but to give him number 1. You will have to have no choice. Bud or Loma, number 1. I got Bud, man. Not quite Loma. Even though Loma moving through weight divisions like a hot knife through butter, I'm not ready to give him that. I think Bud's accomplishments to me outweighs what Loma has done, and he's done it in multiple divisions himself. So beating Olympians, becoming undisputed, coming to welterweight and beating the world champion in his first fight. These things are huge, bruh. It ain't easy. Easier said than done. I don't mind Canelo being number 1, but Loma, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, man. I like Loma. You know, man, Loma struggled in his last fight. A lot of people giving him shit over it, but people don't like to talk about the fact that he was coming off surgery and, he came up to 135 and he beat Jorge Linares before Mikey Garcia did. We got to keep it all the way 100. Loma doing some incredible things, man. And people like, oh, he been exposed. Oh, he's beatable. Oh, he was coming off surgery, yo. You know what I mean? And I like Loma, but he ain't number 1. He ain't number 1 pound for pound. It's T-Bud, dog. T-Bud number 1. Ask Ring Magazine, ask ESPN, and other pundits. Well, ESPN don't count. ESPN don't count when you can't ask people that gives the man money or promotes him in a way. ESPN, that's the network that he fights on. You can't go to them. That's like going to the Ring Magazine and asking them, who is Canelo Alvarez? Who is he at? They're gonna say Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. This is something that I'll be objective with the fans. Maybe other outside entities, you can't ask people that they work for. You know what I'm saying? Damn, Loma has haters in the chat. Dude, hella fun to watch. Yeah, he fun to watch. He fun to watch, no doubt about it. Hey, my man coming for him, though. Shout out to Gary Russell Jr. Shout out to the whole Russells, the whole Russell family. I know they listen. Shout out to the Russells. Hats off to y'all. I know my main man, Gary Russell Jr. about to be on his neck. You hear me? They need to pay the man like he #1 then. You talking about Terrence Crawford? Yeah, man. And, you know, a lot of people was bringing up the fact that Tyson Fury getting this alleged big deal, and why they didn't get something like that to Terrence Crawford, an already proven star, already proven fighter who's done it in multiple weight classes and so on and so forth. And I got to sit back and admit and say that's a good question. But Tyson Fury has a country. Tyson Fury has a country. And as we see by the comments in the comment section, by anybody's YouTube video, boxing fans are split between Crawford and Spence and so on and so forth. But Tyson Fury has a country. You know what I mean? Tyson Fury got a country. But don't get me wrong, T-Bud deserves his credit and he deserves his money. Real talk. Money don't buy people respect. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. And this is the reason why, you know, I say about Sean Porter, you know, you can get all the money you want, man. You can do all the things you need to do. But as of right now, brother, you got a dark cloud over you. You got a dark cloud over you until you get rid of that dark cloud. And that dark cloud, his name is Earl Spence Jr. You got to get rid of that dark cloud. You know what I mean? And until you do, you've lost so much respect from boxing fans. That's what I be saying, man. And damn, dog, it's like, dang, you don't want to feel like that because Sean Porter balls to the wall, gives his all every fight. But how the hell you expecting boxing fans to respect you when you got another champion who's willing to give you every opportunity you want, all the smoke you need, walked up in your press conference and took it? I can't get over that, son. I can't get over that. Porter going to call out Crawford. Man, Porter ain't going to call out Crawford, man. Porter already said something about Crawford. That's my buddy. He was on some buddy shit with him, man. Big Pimpin says in 20 or 30 years, Bud will be remembered by his talent, not how much money he made. Absolutely. We ain't spending their money. That's the problem. I'm be honest with you. Shout out to the OG Blood Boxing, man. He said we need to stop pocket watching. You know what I mean? We need to stop pocket watching as boxing fans. And I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. Who cares what they making? Let them make what they make, long as they straight after boxing. I don't want to see none of them poor. I don't want to see none of them broke because they putting their life on the line. I want to see them all straight, taking care of their families. But us hyping up, oh yeah, well, why should AJ give Wilder a fight when his biggest fight was only $5-10 million? Dog, we talking stupid. Why the hell do we care? Oh, well, why should Canelo, why should he fight Daniel Jacobs? Because why should he give him all that money? Because Daniel Jacobs' highest payday is, but no, see, Floyd Mayweather brought that bullshit into boxing. Floyd brought that into boxing. And people got to get over it because Floyd is now not in boxing. Let's move on, man. Let's stop pocket watching, man. Real shit. Stop pocket watching. You know what I mean? Oh, man, my man in the building. Retro Boxing, the documentary. Shout out to you, blood. Thanks for the shout out. Salute to you too, family. Salute to you, bro. Salute to the OG, man. Oh, day. You know what I mean? Bro, when you said stop pocket watching, blood, man, I was like, yo, that's some real talk. That is some real talk. Everybody, salute Blood Boxing. He is in the chat. He's in the building. Show some love. Show some respect. For those of you who are not subscribed and you want to hear a boxing scribe, a man who knows the sport, check out the homie Retro Boxing and Documentaries, man, all day. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So it's just like, yo, you know, we got to stop doing that, man. And we need to get away from that. Big Pimpin said K. Diddy is hiding Porter from Bud. Y'all with that K. Diddy shit, man. Yeah, man. You know, it is what it is, man. They all know what they doing, man. And at the end of the day, Porter has to get that dark cloud off him, bro. That's just as simple as that, man. It's just as simple as that. He must get that dark cloud off him. And as no matter who he fights at this point, until he address this in a way in the ring, preferably, until he addresses this, A man taking over your press conference when you won your world title. When you won your WBC championship, you had Spence in that thing walking around with all the little underlings like Braun and Tank just following behind him, like, yay, we're with Earl Spence. He walking through the hallway like a boss, stepping up in your junk. He twisted and all that. He stepped up in that thing like, man, you know what I mean? Like, hey, this is my shit. You need to get that back, bro. You need to get that back, man. You must get that back. You got to get it back. I'm late as shit. I saw somebody bring up Russell. Who's ducking who between him and Tank? And does anybody else feel like Gas is bad MU for Porter? Well, first off, yeah, man. You know, we all show love for Gary Russell Jr. up in this thing, man. This is a Gary Russell Jr. channel all day. You say who ducking Gary? We know who ducking Gary. Leo ducking Gary. You know what I mean? Is Tank ducking Gary? Well, something like that. Something like that. Absolutely. Gary laid it out plain and clear. What's his blueprint and what's his exit for boxing? I want Leo Santa Cruz. I want Tank Davis. And then I want Vasyl Lomachenko. And then I'm done. Period. You know what I mean? Period. You from DC, right? What's the story with Gary? Gary just waiting in the wings, homie. Gary just waiting. He waiting for somebody to say his name. There's certain fight, and this is what I was telling somebody earlier. You know, you got to respect ducked fighters, whether you like them or not. You don't have to like them, but you got to respect them. And in Gary Russell Jr.'s case, you got to respect him because he is a ducked fighter. He's like Freddy Krueger about this bitch. He's just waiting for somebody to say his name. And nobody will not. Leo Santa Cruz says it, but don't say it. It's like one of those, yeah, you know, I would like to fight Abner Mares. You know, I would like to fight Oscar. I would like to fight Oscar, maybe Oscar Valdez, maybe a third fight with Cal Frampton. Oh, and then, yeah, Gary Russell Jr. It's like one of them things. And, you know, we need some. No, when I say his name, say his name. Say his name like you mean it. Say his name like you want it. Say his name like you got next. We have yet to hear them do this. And that's what I'm saying, bro. You ain't got to like Gary. You can say, well, man, Gary don't fight that often. We don't see him that much. Oh, Gary, he lost to Lomachenko. Whatever you want to say. But also say in the same breath, but I respect him, though. Too many bitch-made ducking going on today. The only ones that truly want the smoke are Bud, Loma, and Wilder. Shit. Bud, well, you got to throw Spence's name on there. I think Spence wants smoke. He just don't want that Bud smoke. You know, he don't want the Bud. He rather he'll go smoke everybody else but Bud. You know what I'm saying? He want the vapors. He don't want the Bud. Oh, did I say that? I'm fucking with that. He want the vapors, but he don't want the Bud. I'm talking about why does he fight once a year like for the last 6 years? He got bad hands. You know, the man hands are not, you know, we gave Floyd a reason to be okay by doing that, but the man has bad hands. But when he does fight, he puts on a beautiful show. He shows you fundamentally sound at best. And most importantly, he's a family man, meaning that he's helping his younger brothers. He works with his daddy. You know what I mean? He trains. He's always in the corner of his brothers. It's a family affair with the Russells. It's a family affair. Because nobody want to fight him. Yeah, I mean, you got to respect duck fighters, man. I almost did a video about that. And just doing about duck fighters. Like, these are the ducked fighters of boxing today. You got to respect duck fighters. You know what I mean? Just like I always tell, you know, my Wilder haters, because I get a lot of them here. My Wilder haters. The man wants smoke. You ain't got to like him. You can call him anything you wanted to. You can talk about him all you want. But you need to respect him. He wanted to fight Tyson Fury. No tune-up. Hashtag no tune-up. Anthony Joshua asked for a bag of money. He gave it to him. I don't want to go down this road tonight. I don't. I'm tired of talking about that shit. Hell yeah, Gary good. That's why we want to see more. Yeah, but he's more so in the fourth quarter of boxing than he is in the first quarter. You know what I'm saying? And Gary, you know, he's one of those fighters who want to have, for one, a life after boxing and still be able to be having all his faculties and keep his health intact. But most importantly, he wants to leave boxing on a high note, and he wants to avenge the only loss that he has of his career. You know what I mean? He wants to do these things, but he's been chasing Leo Santa Cruz like the coyote and the road runner for goddamn years now, since the amateurs. He's been chasing Leo Santa Cruz. See, y'all can say it's Gary Russell Jr. all you want, but Leo Santa Cruz track record with Guillermo Rigondeaux. Did I go there? It's Sunday, man. Look, it's Thursday night. It's late. Maybe we shouldn't go there. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe I was wrong for that. Fuck that. His track record with Guillermo Rigondeaux shows you that he will effectively duck a fighter that's calling his name. So we know what Gary wants, and we know what Gary been wanting since the amateurs, but he ain't seem to get it. Can't seem to get it. Wilder wants all of the smoke. Shit, yeah, bro. Shit, yeah. That's why I respect Deontay Wilder to the fullest. To the fullest. That move that Tyson Fury pulled is a whole move. He lost me. He lost me. I'm in the mix with that shit. I'm in the mixing bowl right now when it comes to Tyson Fury, man. That what he did, I just like what. And I've been respecting this man for a long time. And you know, everything that he stood for, I've always backed Tyson Fury, but I don't respect this right here, bro. I just don't. People say, man, let him go get his money. Let him go get his money. I'm a boxing fan. I want to see the fight. I want to see the fight. These dudes were right there in the fourth quarter of making this fight. All it took was signatures. They were a signature away from making this damn fight. And I'm supposed to just be cool with that? Nah, man, I ain't cool with that, man. You let me down, brother. You let me down. You done cut your beard. You all clean now. You know, you took off the knick-knack shoes. Now you got on some straight up, you know, slick little leather shoes. What's up with you, bruh? What's up with you, man? You ain't looking the same, cuz. Something different. Something changed. If Bud want the boogeyman, show up to the Spence Garcia and call him out in the ring. If Bud wants the boogeyman, show up to the Spence. I agree with that. I think Bud should show up. That'll be something. Put that pressure on him. Put that hawk on him. Put that grown man pressure on him. I'd like to see that. So should Sean Porter. So should Keith Thurman. Everybody who Bud is called out, they all should show up. They all should show up. That's wishful thinking. But they all should show up. Especially if it's dealing with the brother. Don't expect nothing. I ain't going to do that. If I'm a crack, you weren't wrong for that, bro. At Peralta, I'm done arguing. What? Oh, y'all going to back and forth. All right, man. Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, it's getting late. We're going on 1 a.m. in the morning, you know. So I'm about to get ready to cut this thing short. I appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. Go back and listen to the replay for everybody who missed it tonight. I will reiterate one last time that I am thinking about going to a set date and time. Set date and time. We're looking at Wednesdays and Sundays. Those are probably the best things for me as far as what my schedule is concerned. And those are the 2 dates that I'm looking at going to. So, you know, be tuning in real soon. We're going to be doing it every Wednesday, every Sunday, really soon in the coming days. And once it starts, it's going to be on and popping. Peace out to my man, the OG Retro Boxing and Documentaries. Shout out to the big homie Blood Boxing. Shout out to Jamie Peralta, Real AT Alien, Big Pimp, No Name, Rose. All of y'all that showed up, my homeboy Orlando Finney, man, everybody who showed up to rock with me off the late night. It's late, man. It's late. Horn Jr. 1092 AKU. All of y'all, man. Everybody who rock with me tonight. Everybody who rocking with me on the replay. It's always all love. I will be seeing y'all after the Erislandy Laura versus Castano fight. We'll be talking about that fight probably right after it. We didn't get to that tonight, but we'll get to that real soon. We'll see if Erislandy Law can get through this dude, man. And if he does, he'll put some right up under Juris with her once again. Shout out to the homie Lawrence Williams. Shout out to everybody that rock with the homie tonight, man. And I appreciate you. Appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Real talk. So to the next video, Main Man, Made Man. Don't forget to subscribe. Twitter, Made Man 511. Facebook, Main Man, Made Man. Boxing Forum, Google Plus. Well, soon to be over Google Plus. Main Man, Made Man. And to the next one. Peace out.